a spectacular courtship display of the tallest flying bird of the world, the Sarus crane. Which is scientifically known as Grus antigone or Antigone antigone. In layman's dictionary, the display can easily be translated as a joyful dance of love due to its overall elegance, synchronization of wings and legs leading to buoyant jumps, constant bobbing of neck and head, and beak-locking action of paired male and female. Undoubtedly, any onlooker would be tempted to stop for a while to see the display and would exclaim, "Oh, so graceful." Probably, this is the crane known as Krauncha in Sanskrit, which was responsible for the incarnation of a poet in Saint Valmiki of India, who later created Ramayana. The story says that when the Saint Valmiki saw a besotted courting crane hunted by a poacher and its lamenting partner, a shloka, a kind of poem, was spontaneously created by him, cursing the poacher. Only after incarnation of the poetic talent, Ramayana could be written by the Saint Valmiki in the form of a Mahakavya. Thus, humanity is indebted to this crane for getting one of the two epics of Indian culture. The mesmerizing courtship display of any Sarus crane pair indicates the beginning of its alluring breeding phase. The breeding phase of the Sarus crane in the country ranges from late pre-monsoon to late post-monsoon season each year, with a peak from July to September. In Gujarat state, breeding season of Sarus crane ranges mainly from June to November every year. Sarus cranes are widely known to be monogamous. It is widely believed that once paired, an adult male and an adult female maintain long-term nuptial or conjugal bond. In fact, this is one of the reasons why in rural landscape of states like Gujarat, many rural folks affectionately respect the bird for dedicated parental care and devotion to their young ones. As the crane is believed to maintain strong monogamy, rural folks in many villages of central Gujarat call them Ram Sita. Male and female in a pair maintain lifelong bond. However, modern research has shown that monogamy is not without exceptions. Recent studies by NCF researchers on Sarus crane in India has indicated that though nesting and parental care is usually carried out by duos or paired male and female, trios are also rarely formed, mainly to increase the chances of successful chick raising. When in pairs or in trios, the male and female birds have habit of producing unison calls. Such calls are also referred to as duets or triads. Such calls help them marking, advertising, and defending their territories and reinforcing their mutual bonding. Sarus crane builds large, conspicuous mound-like nest in shallow marshy ponds or paddy fields. The size and height of the nests vary, but in general they are large structures. The mean diameter of the nests in marshland was recorded to be around 166 centimeters, whereas mean nest height was found to be around 30.5 centimeters. Sarus crane's nest is usually a pile of plants. These plants are mostly of aquatic origin, but terrestrial plants are also used. A past study in Kheda district of Gujarat state had shown that amongst the plant material used for nesting, frequency of Ipomoea aquatica was highest, followed by Oryza sativa or rice plant, Cynodon doctylon and Typha domingenesis. Other nest material like various submerged rooted hydrophytes like arrowhead, water snowflake and crested floating heart, free-floating hydrophyte species like water hyacinth, aquatic pteridophytes like water clover, sedges like Fimbristis and Cyperus rotundus, and some grasses are also used but less frequently. The nest is constructed in such a way that it can cope up with the water level fluctuation and the heavy weight of the adult Sarus crane. It is generally built in the aquatic area surrounded by emergent aquatic vegetation, due to which the eggs and the chicks remain hidden and protected. In paddy fields, nests are predominantly made up of rice plant. To construct a nest in a paddy field, a Sarus pair uproots considerable number of rice plants, and in the modern times, not all the farmers can tolerate it. Subsequently, it has been reported that some farmers either remove the eggs of Sarus crane from the nests or shift whole Sarus nests from their respective field to elsewhere. An unfortunate matter indeed. The female Sarus crane usually lays 1 or 2 eggs in a clutch during monsoon season of the year. However, if the eggs get destroyed by a predator during the early stage of nesting, she can lay again. The egg incubation period in Sarus crane is of a month or little more, though in several other crane species it can be shorter than a month. The chicks do not use their nest usually beyond a week after hatching. Being nidifugous, the Sarus chicks start moving out of the nest after 2 to 3 days under the care of both the parents. The chicks start standing and walking around the nest within few hours and walk along with parent birds, and when too young, they take food offered or indicated by the parent birds. Both male and female contribute to egg incubation and take care of young ones. In fact, during the nesting phase, Sarus pairs become very protective about their respective nests, eggs and young ones, and they act with aggression towards any intruders. During the egg incubation phase, one of the parents always remain on the nest. Nest sanitization by the nest-owning pair has also been recorded. Sarus crane is the only resident species among all the 3 species of cranes that occur in Gujarat, namely Indian Sarus crane, Eurasian crane and Demoiselle crane. Its peculiarity lies in the year-round occurrence in rural landscapes of the state and its adaptability to coexist in the vicinity of farmers, farm laborers, shepherds, grass harvesters, fodder harvesters and other rural folks using man-made wetlands or agricultural land for daily living. This is because unlike Eastern Sarus crane in Southeast Asia, which utilizes undisturbed natural wetlands, Indian Sarus crane depends on man-made ecosystems like rice fields, irrigation reservoirs, village ponds and countryside ponds existing in rural or suburban landscape. Thus, Indian Sarus crane has been striving to adapt to coexist with people, especially the rural people of Gujarat. But the degree of success in its efforts to coexist with people depends a lot on the extent to which our people are willing to accommodate this crane without causing direct or indirect harm to it. In the past, it was not uncommon to come across a farmer who would have a strong faith that he would get a better crop yield if a Sarus pair selects his paddy field to build its nest. For successful coexistence of saras with man, such an approach should continue. In the modern age characterized by escalating prices of seeds, fertilizers and insecticides, skyrocketing prices of daily commodities necessary for daily living, debts and desire to achieve higher standard of living, it might not be easy for all farmers to allow coexistence with the bird, which is known to pull out rice plants to construct its nest. It is necessary for saras enthusiasts, voluntary organizations and relevant government bodies to aptly educate and sensitize farmers and other rural people so that they would be willing to coexist with saras crane, considering ecological importance of every living creature that shares rural landscape and their constitutional and moral obligation. Let's not continue the selfish mentality of a poacher of Ramayana age who harmed a pair of crowncha by killing a courting bird. Let's develop and grow the compassion of great Saint Valmiki, whose heart cried with pain on seeing a suffering pair of the crowncha. Dancing mate and caring parent, Saras Crane.